Now, let me close with a very short story and we say goodbye. If any of you heard this story before, I tell this story best. Story is about an African carpenter. He's been building houses for 30 years for this company. And the time has come for him to retire. He's all decked in his Armani suit. He comes to the office to retire. He's packing up his office. And then the phone rings. Say, hello? It's his boss, Tom Maynard. He said, hello? His name is Kojo. He said, this is Kojo. He said, Kojo, this is your boss, Tom. I need you to come to my office ASAP. So he hangs the phone and said, fellas, Tom wants to give him a gold watch. I'll be right back. And he goes to boss's office. And the boss said, have a seat. He said, I have some bad news, and I also have some great news. He said, I'm a man, I'm 40. Give me the bad news first. He said, the bad news is, I cannot let you retire today. He said, what you talking about, Willis? He said, well, then what's the great news? He said, the great news is last night, received a call to build the most expensive house that this company has ever built. And since you're my best man, I need you to stay and help build this house. But Kojo, he didn't want to do it. All he wanted to do was retire. He said, are you serious, Tom? I have tickets to go to Corpus Christi to retire. He said, okay, I'll meet you halfway. Go and lay the foundation. And after that, my man and I will come and put the house on it. Why do you think they asked him to do that? Because the foundation is the most important part of the house, and he's the best man he's got. It fits. He said, okay, I can do that. Even though he didn't, he lied to Tom. He said, okay, I can do this. And he left. And instead of laying the foundation, he didn't. He built the whole house, but he didn't take his time. He rushed through it. So he comes back to Mr. Maynard. He said, Tom, remember that foundation you asked me to lay? He said, yeah. You need more money? He said, no, Tom. I did you a favor. He said, what you do? He said, I built the whole house. He said, wow, thank you. You didn't have to. He said, I know, I did it. Can I leave now? He said, yeah, here's more money for you, bonus money. On his way out, Tom says, hey, come here. Can you come with me so we can inspect this house? So if you can tell me, if you find any blemish, you can tell us if you bought it from Walmart, wherever you got the product from, Home Depot, we can go to the same place and buy the same product. He says, sure. So on their way to the house, from the outside, you can see window, door, paint. From the outside, it looks like the house is really built. He said, dude, this is really nice. Did you do the inside? He said, yeah, hardwood floors, even a pantry. He said, all right, let's check it out. And he goes to open it. The door is locked. He said, Kojo, this door is like, you have the keys? He said, yeah, I have the keys right here. He said, well, then keep it. Because this house is the company's gift to you. What happened? He built a lousy house for who? For himself. Ladies and gentlemen, FFA Texas, it starts with one of us, every one of us. Every morning when we get up and we go to school, wherever we're going, we're building our own house. But in your case, as students, this is where the foundation to the rest of your life is laid. This is where you lay it. And if this foundation is laid well, when you graduate, you can start putting your own houses on this foundation and build a mighty house that you can live in as a king. And if you don't lay this foundation well, whatever house you put on it will fall. So as I leave you tonight, go back and look at your blueprints. And if you're walking around saying, I hate math, I don't like reading, start changing your vocabulary, because it's the only chance you get to build this house. You're the only one who gets to live in it. Thank you. Enjoy your